Hey everybody, Jess here from TO ADDRESS Canine Training, and I want to talk about arousal. Arousal is probably the #1 things a lot of dogs struggle with. Riley here is a perfect example. She's a super sweet dog, but she's got some size to her, and her arousal makes it challenging for her owners to handle her. It's not that she means to do it, it's just that when you add arousal to a dog with size, it makes it hard to control them, and it makes it hard for the dog to make good choices because they're often over-aroused all the time. And so it made it challenging for her owners to do things like take her on walks and have guests over because she would jump on them, and they're worried about their child getting knocked over as their child grows, because right now their child is just an infant. Lots of reasons that they want to address this arousal. So I'm going to try to show you what I'm going to do to address it right here before she even comes out of the crate. You can already see, like, she thinks something's going to happen, so she's kind of getting a little wiggly in the crate. Although this is much better than when she came in. She wasn't even downing in the crate. She's got the e-collar on, and that's what I'm going to be using to communicate with her. So right there, too much. And I didn't do anything with the e-collar. But as soon as I went to this latch to open the door, she's jumping up and she's like, I'm gonna get out. That's too much. I don't want her doing all of that. This nice polite sit would be a much better alternative. So let's try that again. I'm gonna go back into this position. This is all about really, really taking your time. Good. Shh. So right there, as she got up, I gave her a little noise that I used, and I tapped on the e-collar. It's not some huge significant tap. It's just a tap to say, hey, just because I'm reaching my hand toward the door doesn't mean you get up. So that one tap I gave her got Riley to go back down in her crate, and so we're gonna do it again. And we're gonna do this until she realizes, like, me reaching towards the crate door doesn't mean she's jumping up and getting excited. We're gonna address this arousal from her crate. We've got some tail wags. I'm gonna go with it. That's not awful, but I can tell that she's already getting, so that I'm not gonna allow. And I'm gonna use a crate door. Nudging of the door with her nose. I'm gonna use the crate door because that's a different kind of, that's her being pushy, and the crate door bumping her nose sends a different message than the e-collar. The e-collar I'm using to address her arousal, and I can use low levels just to say, hey, I need you to chill out. The crate door though, when she bumps it with her nose or tries to fly through it, slamming the crate door sends a different message. So I'm talking to her in different ways using different tools. Without opening the door though, I'm gonna stand up because sometimes that triggers a dog also, because she's like, oh, we're getting ready to do something. Good. Good job. Notice that even though I'm talking to you guys a lot, I'm not talking to her a whole lot. Dogs don't need us to talk. We talk too much to the dogs. That's not how they communicate, obviously. They might need marker words to tell them when they've completed something or when they've done something incorrectly, but that's really not how they communicate. So we have to use communication that they understand. So that's a calm sit up. I'm okay with that. Very good. Now she can make a really nice choice about, I need to wait for Jess to give me the okay to come out. So this was a really good sequence. Now I can take my time, I can put the slip lead on her or whatever else I want to put on her and ask her to come out nicely. That one little tap I gave her on the e-collar was enough to say, hey, you jumping up Going towards the door is not what I want. It wasn't some big, huge correction. But that's a very small moment to address. Very good. Come here, Riley. Very good. So good. This is a dog I can work with. This is a non-aroused dog. She's gonna go see Cooper.
Hi, Riley.
That I can easily work with. She's not trying to jump.
Hi.
I can easily talk to her. I can tell her what I need her to do. Come here. Very good. Riley. Very good. Come. Come. Kennel. She does not like going in her kennel. That's one of her struggles. So we've been working on that. Very good girl. Very good girl. Proud of you, yes. No? So trying to inch out. Kennel. Little taps on the e-collar, get her back in. Very good girl. Very good. This is a dog that can use her brain and listen to my guidance.